Sambats Gano, dear Speaker of the State, Great Hural, Gombojavin Zandan Shatar, dear members of the State, Great Hural, dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and privilege for me to address this special session of the State Great Hural on the momentous occasion of the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, or UDHR. This landmark document proclaimed the inherent dignity and equal rights of all human beings, regardless of race, religion, gender, or any other distinction. It has been the catalyst for movements worldwide forging the path towards freedom, justice, and democracy. As we celebrate this historic milestone, we stand at crossroads of unparalleled challenges and opportunities for human rights. The specters of corruption, the climate crisis, digital transformation, and the rise of populism and extremism test our resilience. Simultaneously, they present avenues for cooperation, innovation, dialogue, democracy, inclusion, and diversity. To the distinguished parliamentarians present, let me not only commemorate past achievements but also chart a course for the future. Strengthening parliamentary oversight for human rights is imperative, ensuring laws aligned with the principles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Initiatives like parliamentary working groups, the adoption of resolutions on human rights, and a human rights-based approach to development must be championed. In this context, the role of parliaments as guardians and promoters of human rights is ever more crucial. You hold the power to enact laws that protect and advance human rights, to hold the government accountable for its human rights obligations, to ensure that the public policies and the budgets are aligned with human rights principles and standards and represent the voices and interests of all segments of society, especially the most marginalized and vulnerable. I commend the Parliament of Mongolia for its efforts to strengthen its human rights performance and align its work with the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. And I applaud your recent initiative to conduct a self-assessment on human rights and gender equality with the support of the Inter-Parliamentary Union. This exercise has enabled you to identify your achievements, challenges and priorities in this area and formulate an action plan to address them. I also congratulate you on your recent constitutional amendments and new human rights laws that have enhanced the protection of civil and political rights and democratic representation in Mongolia. They have also strengthened the independence and effectiveness of the National Human Rights Institution and the judiciary. These are significant steps forward that demonstrate your commitment to uphold your international human rights obligations. Finally, I urge continued vigilance in your parliamentary oversight role for human rights and freedoms. Hold the government accountable, respond to the human rights violations, and collaborate with UN human rights mechanisms. The United Nations country team in Mongolia stands ready to support these endeavors, fostering a partnership towards a more peaceful, just, and inclusive Mongolian society. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights reminds us that the will of the people shall be the basis of the authority of the government. Parliaments are the expression of this will. You are the link between the people and the state, the custodians of democracy and human rights. On this auspicious occasion, let me renew our pledge to uphold the values and principles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Together, let us strive to build a world that is just, inclusive, and sustainable for all. Sansakni Hosi, Amjad Hosi, Udrik Sakanu, wish you a happy International Human Rights Day. Mashik Baitla. Thank you very much.